Stephon Devereux. Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 radio. We are back. Man. This has been a fun show, actually. I was wondering if I was going to be able to last. Well, we're not done yet anyway. But people, man, I want you to go to www.prowrestlingexpress.com. And that's express with an X, not an E. That's XPRESS. Wow. Get those tickets for December 11th, the 27th anniversary show for PWX. And it's going to be special, man. It's going to be special, man. I can't wait. But last night was special, too, you know. It was very special. Had some, old faces from my past come back and, go at me. One turned their back on me and kind of hurt my feelings. But let's be real, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because for what the fans told me as they left the building last night, it was well worth it. And I just can't wait for December 11th, man. I really can't, but, I really can't. But I'll talk about I'll talk about last night a little bit, give you a little background, some stuff, just a little bit of things. But we had some surprises last night. The Fight Society guys decided to ruin my surprise, but, we'll get into that in a second. But you go to the page, our Pro Wrestling Express page, PWX Pro Wrestling shows and training for complete results. But I'm going to get into a little bit of these results here. How the show started out, by the way, that was crazy. We were supposed to have a contract signing, but Ampo and RK Destroyer, Ampo the Destroyer and RK Sawyer decided to start out the show fighting. And I was kind of, these guys, they've been former tag team partners. RK decided to join the Plague, turned on his best friend at the time, and guess what? These guys have been rocking since. And last night, before this contract signing, they decided to fight some more, and I had to deal with that. But I got the contract signed. See, RK, you need to start reading contracts, buddy. You need to start reading those contracts. That's what got me in trouble with Fight Society. I wasn't reading their contracts. You need to start reading contracts, bro. And I'm serious. Because Ampo the Destroyer decided to switch some things up. And I won't tell you how. We'll get into that another day. No, he did not grease my pockets, all right? But there was supposed to be a Texas death match at the anniversary show. And it didn't happen that way. It's not going to happen that way because the contract that RK signed was for a kendo stick match against Ampo. And, that was so funny. That was so funny. And, of course, RK got upset and he, went after Ampo. And, of course, me being a smart man that I am, I made it a tag match because two people decided to come out and, interject themselves into this match. And one was Sinborn on behalf of RK. And the other one was the Ram Anthony Drake on the behalf of Ampo. And those guys, yeah, they was rocking the house to start the show. I made it a tag match. I had to. Then later on, we had some situations that popped off between, goodness. Well, the hero Champ Manic beat up on Mark Smart. I mean, he beat him up really bad. And he beat him up. It took him like 2 minutes. He beat him bad. And then after that, his tag team partner, Lestat, took on Johnny Switchblade. And that was a pretty good match, actually, until Manic decided to come out and put himself in the middle of that. And you just got to watch the TV show to find out, what happened in the end of that match. But afterwards, Manic took to the microphone and he announced himself, announced that Dishonor is with Fight Society. And, that messed me up a little bit. But because look, man, Lestat's my guy. Manic, we're cool, but Lestat is my guy. Those fans love Lestat. And what he did, he chose his best friend over us. Okay, cool. That's cool. No problem. The problem I had was what came next, and that was Manic introducing the rest of Fight Society, Pav Novak, the leader of Fight Society, Horsepower, and someone from my past. So 10 years ago, during my managerial days, I did something to someone that, do I regret it? No, because it led to me, managing the heavyweight champion of Undisputed Championship Wrestling. And look, I did something wrong, okay? And maybe it's coming back. I'm going to have to pay for it now, I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago. But Ken Flamingo, I used to work for Ken Flamingo during my UCW days. I was Ken's assistant, and I did some things that got Kent in a little bit of trouble, and it led to me taking over Flamingo Enterprises, from Flamingo Inc. And he had to go away for a little bit of time. I'm not going to get into what, but he had to go away for a little bit, and I took it over, and I ran it, became the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, and managed Bulldozer to the Heavyweight Championship of Undisputed Championship Wrestling. And we went on a tear. And, I thought everything was cool with me and Kent. He came back for a brief time, and, we didn't talk much. Things were different at the time. I wasn't with the Devereux Committee anymore. I was, doing broadcasting, and I thought everything was cool. And I got this job as the CEO of PWX, and this idiot decides to come back and be a thorn in my side last night. You son of a... That's cool, though. And, of course, he explained a little bit of why he's here, and it's cool. It's cool. But Ken Flamingo is now the owner of Fight Society. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, on a later date. But they also introduced a new member, one of the hottest free agents out there, Haas Hawgood. And this dude, I tried to sign him myself. I'm kind of sick that they signed this dude, but it's cool. Win some, you lose some. And I decided to bring my surprise out, and my surprise was former WWE superstar, one of my best friends in this business, James Ellsworth. And everything was cool, man. James was in there. He was kicking some booty. And they got involved. Fight Society got involved, of course. And, yeah. So this was my mistake. Hey, look, they weren't going to jump the dude, so I was going to get him some backup. I was going to make it a 6-man tag match, and I did. I had a new free agent that I was able to sign, Nick Saracelli, and needed another member, needed another tag partner, take on these guys in a 6-man match, and one guy put his hand up, and his name is Derek Wayne. And I couldn't believe it. Really, Derek? Really, Derek? Then that's all I could say was, really, Derek? And you know what he did? He came in there, he stood up. And I thought he was going to, flake out, but no, he went in there and he did his thing for a minute. But later on, yeah, this idiot, James Ellsworth, decides to show his true colors, and he, super kicked my guy, and he joined Fight Society. And that's cool. I'm a little disappointed, but we're going to get over that. We're going to get through that. And I'm going to talk about that more next week. But also we had the Circle of Respect induction of Hank Hudson. God, man, I had tears in my eyes watching the speech, especially the guy who inducted him, former PWX referee, senior official. And I can't even say former because he's not former. When you're PWX one time, you're always PWX in my heart. But senior official Sean Patrick, longtime senior official Sean Patrick, man, and he did the induction for Hank, and it was beautiful. Hank gave one of the most beautiful speeches that I've ever seen, and I know that's going to be on a TV show coming up soon. Can't wait for that. So check that out. Also, we had the Cash App Challenge. Oh, I'm not even going to just see that TV show for that one. That was funny. Tag team match, Aaron Connors and Gusta Gardner took on Sugar Steve Flash and the Crazy Hillbilly Bud Cassidy. Connors and Gus won, retained the titles. Then afterwards, Connors gave Sugar Steve Flash, his former mentor, an opportunity for revenge at the anniversary show. Because he said, I will get in the ring with you one more time, but you have to do it by my rules. And that's an 8-man tag match, because I got 2 friends coming up that I haven't seen in a while, and that is Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express and his son Kerry. Man. Yeah. So, Gus, the Gardner, and Aaron Connors will be teaming up with Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton next month, December 11th, at the anniversary show. And we'll have more, about that later, coming up before the show and so forth. But anyway, Joshua Kovalev beat Eric Eckton, and right afterwards, James Ellsworth, the little bastard, decided to come in there and interrupt, and he knocked out my guy, super kicked my guy, and he challenged him to the show next month, December 11th. So it'll be Ellsworth versus Joshua Kovalev for the PWX Heavyweight Championship. And in our main event last night, we seen my man Chief Thunderbear. He kicked some booty. And he became the first ever PWX Heritage Champion. And you're just going to have to watch the TV show to see how that whole thing played out, because it was just incredible. There was fans that was crying, but cool. But you're listening to the Stephon Devereux Show.